Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV Domination. So in today's episode we should be getting this war finished up. Probably have to invade into Bohemia, but before we do any of that, we're going to work on getting Paris's development up, since we do have this excess administrative power to increase the base tax here. And as far as how far we're going to go, I think we're going to keep going until we get up to, well, as far as we can. If we can do all the way up to 30, which it looks like we were able to, then that'll now allow us to start getting some splendor here, or a bit more splendor, since we've completed the objective to have a large city. So with that done, let's go and let the game play a little bit, and we're gonna see if the Bohemians will be willing to give up. Probably not. Let's go and contact them. Oh, wait a minute, they are now willing. Alright, excellent. I really didn't want to have to invade them. Can't get anything from them, but that's fine. I just don't want to have to march all the way over there. And that means we can now end the entire war. And you can see they're now sending an offer here. But we'll go ahead and make our own. So we're going to do the union with Naples. And then anything else you might want to do. I mean, it's probably not anything other than getting some money off of them. And that's unfortunate. We don't have any diplomats to send. Alright, so we actually need to cancel that. Still gotta wait, though, for a diplomat. So let's go ahead and get the full 285 here. So the war has ended, and we now have a new junior partner in a personal union. So Charles is now the king of Naples. Alright, excellent. So they do not like us. So I think that should be the first thing we do here, is improve relations with them. Because yeah, they absolutely hate us. Well, we can't send another diplomat until the 13th of October. I suppose we should go ahead and... Hey, England no longer considers us a rival. That's interesting. Let's go and do a few things. So first of all, the next war I'm going to do is against Brittany. So I guess we'll go ahead and build up a spy network here. Not really necessary, but it does speed up the siege a little bit. So go ahead and do that. Also, we have completed the mission, Throne of Naples. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bonuses from that. So it's an event that's going to fire here. Okay, so the fate of Naples. Installing our head of state as the prime ruler of the Neapolitan lands is certainly a bold move that shall not go unnoticed. Despite uproar created abroad, we must look within and determine how to handle the newly acquired lands, which are not only many, but also extremely prosperous. The trade port of Napoli alone may be a key part to gaining access to the markets of Genoa, and thus we must be cautious and measure our moves accordingly. So we have three options here. The first is an equal member of the French Dominion, and Naples will get this modifier here. Gives them some nice bonuses. It's a shame we're not getting those bonuses. Instead, we'll just get the 25 power projection, which of course is helpful. But I don't know if that's going to be the best option here, because mainly just helping the Naples out. And it's also, for whatever reason, not going to reduce their liberty desire. Could instead say they exist to serve the crown, and then we'll get a nice little modifier, decreasing our development costs and giving us a 15% national tax modifier. And then it looks like they might shift the development a bit. Maybe not. I think they're just going to reduce the development of the land in Naples with southern Italy. I don't think we'll actually get any, but maybe. Probably not, though. I think you're getting the development costs, and that's kind of indicating that the population is moving. So basically Naples will not be as strong. You know, that's probably fine, because then you don't have to have as many issues with liberty desire, because their development is lower. And you get some nice modifiers here. Or you can say the weakness of their former overlords, which are Aragon, must be exploited. And so that will grant us some permanent claims in this area. I don't actually want to conquer Iberia here as France. So we're not going to go with that one. I think we're going to do this one. They exist to serve the crown. Let's get that national tax modifier. It's a bummer that we just spent that development. I didn't realize that you got a development bonus. Because yeah, we could have used that here in Paris instead. All right, so let's go and pay off these loans. We'll only be able to pay one of them off. We need another 242 to pay the other one off. So let's go ahead and get our armies moving around. We have to rebuild the army since, you know, obviously it took all those casualties. So I want to do that, but let's first get these loans paid off. Also, we can go ahead and mothball the fleet here. Got those guys still out there earning us no money. And then we'll just bring these guys. I mean, if the war's against Brittany here, you might as well just move them over here. Alright, so we don't need to pay for them anymore. I mean, you could pay for them strictly to drill them. We don't have much army professionalism. Yeah, we kind of need the money for other things. So let's just go ahead and stop paying for the army. And then try and get fully out of debt here. So we lost the effect of the Italian wars. So we no longer have those mercenary companies available. Oh yes, I think it's sometime here in October we can improve relations, 13th of October. So let's go ahead and do that. And so now we need to burn off the war war exhaustion a little bit, because that's pretty high right now. Well, not pretty high, but higher than we'd like. So let's get rid of those penalties before we start up another conflict. We can now get the military tech. We will get this one despite it being more expensive. I highly doubt. Well, we do have it in Paris. That's one of the other things I really want to spend our money on. I suppose since we're not at war, we don't have to get this now. What is the current cost? It's 690. And some of these are pretty close. So yeah, we'll hold off to save the power. Oh, hold up. Looks like our king just died. And Naples, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that was really unfortunate. So we lost Naples immediately. After we just fought that big old war for Naples, they immediately broke free, which means we have to fight it again. God, that's so ridiculous, man. It really needs to, like, consider when you fought this war. This is like they could just rebel immediately after I just defeated them months ago. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating, guys. Okay, so we now have a new wife, and this was a local family, the seat of strong aristocrats. But yeah, it's stuff like that, man. It's just really frustrating. Like, if I was playing off camera, I would just because it's just ridiculous. Because now we have to declare another war to do this. But we have a peace treaty with them, so we can't do it until the truce is over. It's just so stupid. Yeah, because it's just that it's literally months, man. I could see if a year do it pass, maybe, but I mean it was months. So very unlucky there, guys. Yeah, that's really frustrating. So we fought that war for nothing, basically, and we got Lucca as a vassal. That's it. We got all that money, you know, but that doesn't pay for the war. The war was extremely expensive. So basically we got nothing from that whole conflict. Yeah, that's really frustrating, guys. Yeah, if I was playing off camera, I would just add them back with the console. But I don't use the console for my Let's Play, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I would definitely, if we were not on a Let's Play, I would most definitely add them back in. So if we're not going to get the tech, since we're not at war right now, and I need to burn off the war exhaustion before we start the war with Brittany, not that they're going to be that challenging anyways, though they might have some allies. I didn't look at that. Oh, England. We have to fight England. So yeah, this would be a little bit larger conflict, but I'm not too worried about the English. But yeah, if we're not going to get the military tech since we're not at war, then might as well finish these up then. So let's go and get the Grand Army one. And then we'll get the last one for the discipline bonus. Recover army morale speed, and then we'll also get our national ideas, which is a national tax modifier and war taxes cost. So basically I think war taxes, it's a 50% reduction. I don't think they can do half power, because normally it's 2 military power for war taxes, so essentially you only have to pay 1. But in a mod you already only pay 1, so I'm not sure how a 50% modifier would work. Because yeah, that would bring it down by half. I don't know if the game does that. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that will work. But basically we're getting the national tax modifier there. Now some people will say that Naples breaking away makes sense since we just decided to, you know, take that one decision in that event, but that did not have any effect on their liberty desire. So, you know, we can role play that that's the reason why they did it, but as far as game terms go, that's not it's not why they rebelled, and it doesn't make any sense regardless. Anyway, we just wiped their army out and completely occupied their country. The idea that they'll just be able to break free immediately is beyond silly, and also that we can't declare war to force them back under us because of a peace treaty which they just violated. The peace treaty was that they're going to be, under our king, and so now why are we honoring a peace treaty that they violated? So again, it's just really silly. We see stuff like that in like Hearts of Iron 4 as well. Any Paradox game, you can see weird situations like that. Yeah, it's just a real shame. Now we do have a new king, so we might want to look at that situation, how that changes things. Because we now have Louis the 11th as our king. He's a 4-3-2, so he's worse. Better Diplo skill, but obviously worse military skill. Now he has the intricate web weaver, so spy network constructions will go faster. Obviously that's not really that helpful. And then we have a new heir who's terrible. Yeah, he's even worse. It's not getting very lucky with the rulers currently. And then we have a new queen as well. She's very fertile, but I don't think that actually has any effect because it would have to be our king that has that effect. I don't think it considers the fertile trait for the spouse in this game. It's not CK. So I don't think that has any effect at all. Yeah, I'm gonna be irritated about this whole time because like it was literally months after the war ended. It's very irritating, man. We got to redo all the royal marriages as well. We should probably set up some of these ourselves. I guess it's all of them except for Luca. So let's go ahead and do the royal marriage here. All right. So we'll have to go to war again here in Italy, and whenever the peace treaty expires. Let's just take a look at that. 1487. Good God. Yeah, that's irritating. We can go ahead and pay off this loan, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, I feel like if they break the peace treaty, your truce should be removed. I don't know, guys. I almost feel like we need to do something about this because I'm pretty frustrated about it. Because we just fought that whole war for nothing. You know what I mean? We spent, an episode and a half fighting that war and gained nothing from it because of silly game mechanics. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Because, yeah, I feel like we got to do something about this. Either, at the very least, remove the truce to be able to redo the damn war and not have to wait 13 years for that. I checked everybody, apparently not. But really, I feel like they should be re-added. I don't know, guys. I just don't think that makes any sense for them to be able to, just leave our kingdom like that right after we defeated them. So we're probably still not going to be able to afford this for some time. We got a lot of provinces. Some of these are about to adopt it, but yeah, I think we're probably going to have to get like 500 ducats or something like that to be able to get this done. I mean, maybe the knowledge sharing might be worth it when you consider the high cost of embracing, and maybe it, if you had gotten it earlier, at this point it wouldn't be. But I don't know, they're kind of expensive. And obviously we had a war going on, so couldn't do it then. So this is a subject rebellion. So we'll fight it if we have to, but I'm not too worried about it. So nobles demand increased pensions. If we accept their demands, they'll gain loyalty, but we'll get a tax modifier penalty. We'll just have to take the stability loss. We're now down to stability level 0 because we lost our king. So that's basically just increasing the time it's going to take for us to get to level 1 now. And the Pope has again excommunicated Venice. The reason why they keep getting excommunicated is they keep on getting new rulers, I think. And so they just excommunicate each ruler. Although I don't know if excommunication is tied to the ruler in EU4, actually. Obviously, in real life it was, but I'm not entirely sure. So I think we can now summon the Diet again. We haven't done the objective yet for the last agenda, so we need to do that. We can also seize land here now as well. Could wait until we get that church built to get the church opinion back up, or until we're pretty close to getting it done or whatever. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get it started. So this is in Paris that I had to build it. So yeah, maybe wait until it's close to being done and then we'll take their lands. We should put this up to speed 5 as well. And I suppose we could use our diplomats somewhere. This could increase opinion. But since we're going to have to fight England again, what we should probably do is go ahead and do the spy actions here, the build spy network. And that's the revolt in our subjects territory. So they're probably not going to be able to take that out themselves. I guess we'll do it for them. Which means if we're going to pay for this army, then might as well... Oops. Let's go and drill these guys here. Might as well take that land from them now. I was going to wait. But yeah, let's just do it now since we're paying for the army. So I was going to seize that land. And then we'll deal with these rebellions. So we got one over here, so we'll fight that one in a minute. Of course, that does mean they're going to take these territories. Let's just go and attack. If we can get there, yeah, we can get there after the month change. We were able to get another stability here. All right, excellent. And we can get the last of the offensive ideas. Which, of course, is giving us 3 bonuses. You know, we get this one here, and then we get the finisher, and then we get this one here. So that'll be helpful. And that means we'll want to go ahead and get the military tech. Although, again, we're pretty close to getting this done. You can see we've got a couple more provinces that have gotten the institution, so it should be cheaper. But still in the 600s, so still pretty expensive. I like the new institution system. I say new, it's not new. It's been in the game for a while now. But I do have some issues with it as well. Unfortunately, I took that one province before we got over there, so now we got to retake it, and we got the penalty there. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this attack, but let's wait until we get the next month's morale before we attack them, since there's a bit more troops in that rebellion. Alright, so we've taken all this over. So we'll go ahead and have these guys go back over to Anjou. They'll take that province. And now we got the event for the last jousting tournament. I typically always do the forward to glory here. Spend the admin power, the ducats, and the splendor to get that morale of armies, army tradition, and yearly prestige for the next 20 years. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We have 36 points, so let's just wait until we get the 50. We won't invest into trying to get in control of the Pope. So we do have a bit of money, but I think we're going to have to save it for the institution, guys. I think that should be our next priority. Unless we can earn a lot from like a marketplace. Let's just see here. I mean, you can get 8.56 here. But yeah, how long would it take for that to pay itself off? I mean, eventually we want to get it. I don't think it's worth doing just yet. Not when we have something else we want to spend the money on. So we're just going to wait. Let's go ahead and turn this back up. The speed, and then let's bring these guys over here. And I never did stop paying for all of our forts. Now, there is an advantage to keeping your forts paid for. So if we look at that here in the army tradition, where's that at? Here we go. So here in the army tradition, fully maintained forts are giving us 0.47 army tradition. And as you can see here, the effects of having army tradition And then, of course, that's going to affect your generals when you hire them. You have better generals. So it does help build that up. But we're not going to maintain the forts just for that. But in the later game, there's often is reason to spend the money, which you'll be swimming in, to instead get a little bit of army tradition. All right, so let's go ahead and stop drilling here. Stop paying for our army, because it doesn't look like we're going to have any further rebellions just yet. We are still dealing with the low stability here, and the penalties from that. But with the church one, we'll get some loyalty back here, as well as that extra base tax in Paris. And so now their opinion is back in a neutral position, and it's just the bourgeoisie that is unhappy with us. And they are reducing our trade efficiency. So let me make sure I did stop paying for the army. Yeah, we did. Very excellent. Got the fleet mothballed, all of our forts mothballed, just focusing on money at the time. I suppose we're earning really good income, so could get some better advisors. I don't think there's any level 3s here though. Nope. Could get somebody for the diplomatic slot though. Yeah, why not? Let's get the trade efficiency. We won't be able to boost him though. We could boost this guy, so let's go ahead and do so. Yeah, we're still trying to work on getting this embraced. And of course, once we do, construction costs and development costs will be reduced. Let's just go with the loss of diplomatic power. That's really not much. So let's take the small hit there. But yeah, we're just going to save our money up, not spend it, so we can get the Renaissance embraced. We'll take, again, the hit to the diplomatic power there. We might end up spending the admin power again to further boost Paris. Although, I want to say, looked in here, I meant to look in the missions. There's an objective in here where we're supposed to improve our lands a certain number of times. So yeah, we want to improve these 4 provinces, just one of them. Yeah, just as one of the volume must be true. So we would improve probably Anjou is what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend the power here. Just got to improve it 3 times, and that will unlock this mission here. And this is another one of the events, the Gardens of France. So the many upstart artists that flooded into our country prior to 1477 have given birth to new architectural movements which now adorn beautiful noble residences along the banks of the Loire River. Not sure how you pronounce that. By combining Gothic and Italian architecture, these new constructs will only serve to further imbue us with splendor and prestige. Such elegance and beauty, so this will increase noble loyalty equilibrium and get us 1 manpower. Or you can say, let us exploit this, we'll get some money and some admin power. Well, that bonus is for 20 years, so yeah, why not? We'll get that. That's helpful. And like, you got to think about the power cost of the manpower that you're getting there. So it's pretty useful. Again, we're just going to wait, because we should have this here soon. We're earning good money, and yeah, we're just going to pay to embrace it. Unless there's like one that will be soon to get. Lost one of our cardinals. But yeah, you can see it's spreading through most of our provinces now. So yeah, unless there's one that's going to... And we got another cardinal. I mean, there's this one here in Toulouse. But yeah, that's the only one I'm really seeing that we'll get soon. Yeah, that's all Brittany. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, well, here's another one. I suppose there's these 2 here. So that will reduce the cost as well. We got infantry combat ability plus 5%, so that's helpful. So the difference between the combat ability and the discipline is that discipline affects both the amount of damage that your troops do and the amount of damage they take, while those combat abilities only increase the damage they do. and obviously it's only for that one specific unit type. I suppose we could do another diet. Yeah, we should do that real quick while I'm thinking about it, since we did complete that agenda. And this would help boost the opinion there. So let's go ahead and do this. And figure out which one we want to do. We have an objective to complete 4 agendas for the church. So I'm really tempted to just continue to build up the churches. And I think that might be what we do. And plus we're getting the base tax from that. We've already completed 2 of these. So yeah, I think we should just do another one. So let's do another one here. They want us to build it down there. So we can now embrace an institution. Still a couple places that are going to be flipping over soon. I don't think we're going to wait. Let's just embrace it. That's good enough, guys. So we got it done, and so now we can go ahead and get this admin tech for cheaper, saving us a bit of admin power, like 100-something admin power. I think it's worth it in the long run. Not getting that, because I mean, you're only getting the 5% reduction efficiency here. And then we've also gotten a mission completed. Guess I'd forgotten that we had a mission to embrace the Renaissance. And so this here is going to give us a pretty good artist that we can hire for much cheaper. So we're probably going to go ahead and get him. And also Louis will become patron of the arts. I want to say that's a ruler personality. And then we get Leonardo da Vinci's workshop, increasing monthly splendor, and also our innovativeness. So that's pretty useful. And of course it's going to unlock 3 new missions for us here. So this is the one that I had seen where you had to complete the 4 agendas from the clergy, but what I didn't see is that you also had to have the clergy loyalty and influence up pretty high. So that's really not the best way to do this. Best way would either be to get the religious ideas, which I don't know if we're going to get that, or get the Edict of Nantes, which we can't do that either. So yeah, that one might take us a little while to complete. So this one here, what do we have to do? Essentially improve them 5 times or have at least 2 buildings in 3 of those provinces. Okay. So that one will be something we'd eventually get completed, but we can try and work towards it. And this one here requires 12 buildings to have the temples, the churches. Okay. We have 2. So that's going to take a while to get that one completed as well. All right, well, we got 3 more unlocked here. This one here is going to be really difficult to do as long as we have Orleans, because they're the ones that have the very high liberty desires. 23% right now. It's not very high, but obviously nowhere near under 5%. Now there is something we could do to reduce it for the cost of prestige, but only reduces it by 10%. So yeah, not going to help us right now. We do have a decision we can take. Yeah, this one seems all positive. So we're going to take that one. No penalties there. We're going to go ahead and get a Diplotech as well. This is going to allow us to get heavy ships, ships of the line. Navy maintenance is going to go up though. And we can build the flagships as well. Alright, so let's go and get that one. And so we're going to want to start building up both our army and our fleet with our money now. Let me take a look at where we're at. Yeah, war exhaustion's good. So yeah, we're going to build up the army and the fleet here. But we do have the 50 papal influence. So let's go ahead and take something here. This could just get the construction cost reduction, national tax modifier increase. That'd be helpful. How much inflation did we get from those wars? 0.89%. So not a lot, but it is having its effect. Because yeah, there's the inflation reduction, which is right here. I think we're going to do the national tax modifier. Just trying to get some money out of this. That'd be helpful. That's what we really need at this moment to pay for the increase of our military. So It's going to be expensive. We get up to +2 stability here. Again, I highly doubt we'll be able to get any higher than that. But we're going to take a look and see if it's going up or not. Or if it's going down. It is going down, but very slowly. But yeah, it is currently going down. Our prestige is pretty high. It's probably not going to be able to get that any higher to get the further increase. So that's not going to be the method we'll be able to do that. Oh yes, I completely forgot. We could get our other guy here, and this would save us money as well. We wouldn't have the national tax modifier, so I don't know how much it saves us. I think it still saves us money though. And he's a +3. So yeah, I should have done this already. I'd forgotten that we had gotten him. And that would be enough to get us a +3 stability, which remember, I never did change that mission. And so there's a mission that requires us to be at +3 stability, and this should allow us to get there. Let me just see what our current points are. Okay, 13.6%. Maybe a couple years from now, we might be able to get to the +3 stability. So that'll be helpful. And yeah, we'll just take the diplomatic power cost penalty there. And I guess we can go and build up the army first before we start working on the fleet. Let's go and work on the army a little bit. So there is the tech that's going to unlock the cannons. That's probably what we're going to want to add into these. So I suppose we should wait till we get that. Yeah, so I guess we'll work on ships then. We want to get our first ship of the line here. Flagships are expensive, and our navy's too small at the moment. So let's go ahead and build a heavy ship. Build one here. Get our first one constructed. And maybe get like, I don't know, probably 5 would be enough to be able to take on anybody else. Yeah, because remember in the mod, they're more expensive. So since inflation's harder to reduce in the mod, we're not going to go over that. We'll just take the free 10 admin power. Because yeah, this requires basically an advisor to reduce that. So another event about petition for redress. I guess we're going to fight this rebellion. Yeah, we'll go and fight the rebellion. Let's go ahead and pay for our troops again. And then let's drill these guys. Oh, we don't have a leader here. That's right, because our king was the leader. So could make Louis a leader, but I don't think his military skill is as good. Let's just go ahead and we'll put him in place for now, just so we can drill. And then let's bring this army over here. Because yeah, I don't think we're going to need much here to get these guys defeated. This is a mountain province. So that's something to consider. I don't think we'll get there in time. So you know what? We're going to have to fight them in the mountains. So let me take that back. Let's change this up the way we're doing this. So this guy will march down there. And these guys will stay here and drill with the crappy commander. And we can get that military tech, so let's go ahead and do so. So we can start building up some cannons. And artillery is not great at this point in the game. So probably just want to get enough to get that second modifier for the sieges for right now. Because they can fire from the second line, which is the unique bonus of the artillery. I don't think they're like really good at doing that. I don't recall exactly how it works. It's been a while since I looked at it. But I remember that it's like a certain tech that you had to get to before it's really all that effective. Like Tech 13 in vanilla or something like that. Military Tech 13. So it's probably a different tech here in the mod. But yeah, you don't want like a ton of artillery just yet this early in the game. It's still helpful, obviously. But it's once you get that tech that then you want maybe not quite half the army. And again, this is not historically accurate at all, obviously, but this is how it works in EU4. Not quite half the army, because you don't want where you lose a few, regiments and then have artillery on the front line. And so less than half of the army, but still a really good chunk of it should be artillery at that point. So yeah, we're just going to build the 3 here for this army. I guess we'd need 4. And then we'd have to take an infantry unit out. I suppose that works. And I'm actually considering getting a cab, another cab, so we have 4 cab in each of the armies. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We know we need 4 total here. And in this army, we're going to want like a similar number. So that they only have 1 artillery, so like 5 there. So mainly artillery is what we want to get. So we'll get those 4 for now. That's going to be the main thing that we want here. And make sure I didn't tell them to go all the way to the province. Also, let's see if we can avoid a river penalty. Probably not. It looks like, well, there's one location you can attack from. So I suppose that's what we'll do. Let's go there. And we can't, because we don't have military access with the Papal States. Well, we have an alliance with them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get access to their territory. We don't have any diplomats. Okay. So we want to keep that one there. Let's just stop building the spy network and instead do this here. That's why I don't like not having a diplomat available. I remember in the Milan series, I got a lot of crap in the comments because I always had one diplomat sitting there not doing anything because I just like to have him available whenever I need him. But yeah, I'd have like long periods of time where I didn't even use him. People are like, why aren't you using the diplomat? I like just having him available for whenever we need him. So we get an increase in stability. This is something that we really want to do so we can get that mission. Government reform progress. It's not a lot, but it's helpful, I guess. And a bunch of money. Or 75 power. Well, stability will eventually go up on its own. So you know what? Let's not get that one. Let's go for the power. Yeah, we'll get that. Because yeah, I'm not impatient. We can wait for stability to go up level 3. And we still need to move this guy over here. Alright, let's go and attack. Nice easy battle here. Take the province back. There's no way we're probably going to get down here in time to keep them from completely taking it. Alright, so we got the artillery guns done. We need to build more of these. So let's go ahead and do so. So let's do basically just as many as we can here. And then get all these guys coming over here. Or over here. And get them all merged. And then we're going to want to pull out an infantry unit. Probably 2 infantry units here. Get these guys coming over here. How much are we currently earning? We're earning a lot. We could just drill the army for a little while. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll keep them drilling. Especially since we're building all these troops right now. Yeah, we'll just drill them up. Alright, so we're at 16,000 for this army. Remember, we got to rebuild the whole army. Alright, so we got the 6 cannons there. And then over here we need 2 more. So let's go ahead and get those constructed. Or just one of them. I did want another cab unit. That's why I put took another infantry out of that. And now we got the +3 stability. So you guys can see that you got to really stack these modifiers in the mod here in order to get to +3 and have nothing negative that's impacting you. And we'll probably go down as well now that we've gotten this. Well, maybe not. Looks like we're good to go. But yeah, we really had to stack a couple things. We had to get that reform. We had to have a little bit of prestige. And we had to have the advisor in order to get the +3. So it's still possible to get the +3. It's just a lot more difficult. So that's the House United. And so this is going to reduce Liberty Desire. That's helpful. Vassal force limit contribution is going to go up as well. That last part doesn't matter because Provence has been completely annexed. Alright, so that'll bring the Liberty Desire some. It doesn't have any mission that goes after it. And now everybody's below 5% but Orleans, so you know what? We might just go ahead and placate the rulers here in order to get this done. Yeah, let's go ahead and do so. I know it's going to cost us some prestige, guys. but might not be in this situation again for a while. And getting them below 5%. They have any modifiers that are about to expire? It's hard to say. Yeah, they're getting 12% from something. Events and stuff like that. As we build our army up, it'll go down. So there is that. Keep on building these troops and it'll go down by a little bit. And then we don't have to spend the prestige. I just kind of want to be able to do that mission. My bad, guys. I accidentally clicked it more than once. Clicked it twice. So we lost 40 prestige. So that's a shame. Alright, well, whatever. Nothing to be done about now. Let's go ahead and get this mission completed. The crown seat of Paris. I believe that one's down here. Yeah, here it is. Alright, so this one is going to give us a reduction of annexation costs. Will we be able to actually annex them now, though? And all states' influence modifiers will be reduced. Gain 20 reform progress per monthly admin. Okay, so that's now allowed us to get the government reforms as well. I didn't see that part of it. Alright, so that's another nice bonus there. Alright, so in order to get this one unlocked, we have to complete this one here. We only have to have one of those be true. So basically the 10% army professionalism's probably going to be the easiest to get, because we don't want to build 16,000 cav. So that's the one we'll work on. Getting that army professionalism up, which is something we're already currently doing. We're sitting at 2.34% though. It's going to take a while to get to 10%. So we'll work on that. But yeah, we can now get a new government reform. So this is going to be tier 4, state and religion. So the first choice is lands for the church. Permanently increase the opinion of the papal states by 25. Curia treasury contribution will be increased as well. Their powers are cheaper, so that's helpful. You know, we normally pay 50, so instead we'd have to pay 45. Papal influence. Papal influence from cardinals is increased. Clergy loyalty equilibrium goes up. Well, the clergy also have more influence. But that can be useful. You know, you get these modifiers that reduces the influence. And while you don't want influence to get too high for any of your interest groups, there are like missions that often require influence to be at a certain point. And if influence gets too low, you don't get any bonuses from the interest groups. Yeah, this one would be helpful. It's funny though that you do the lands for the church and you don't actually change the church lands at all. Curtail clerical privileges. So this one would make it so the clergy do not form any of those religious rebels when we seize land from them. Religious unity would go up, so that'll help us during the Reformation. Administrative technology will be cheaper. That's always helpful. And clergy influence is reduced. Expand temple rights. So temples and cathedrals give the province 33% local tax modifier and -2 local unrest. Okay, so that's helpful because we got to build a bunch of those. I wonder how long that modifier is applied for, though. Is it just all the time? I think it's all the time. Just having the church there would give you that bonus. Alright, so that's pretty helpful. And then administrative advisors are 10% cheaper, but the clergy will have more influence. And then our last choice here, maintain balance of powers, giving us a diplomat, and all estates loyalty equilibrium will be increased. I mean, we're not going to do that one, but yeah, any of these three would be pretty solid, guys. You know, I don't think that this one's as useful. Get more papal influence and it's cheaper, but I mean, it's not... I don't think that one's as good as these other two options here. See, I'm thinking, I mean, this is great because you build a lot of churches generally. That's more money. And then, you know, you're also saving money from the administrative advisor cost reduction there. That's helpful as well. But yeah, I don't know if you can beat this one here, guys. Because religious unity will be an issue eventually. Once the Reformation kicks up. And admin technology cost reduction is really, really nice to have. So I think we're going to do that one. Curtail clerical privileges. But really, these are all valid choices, frankly. These are all good. But we're going for this one for the admin power. Basically, what we're earning from this is admin power. as well as the religious unity bonus is going to be really helpful over the money, where at one point in the game we'll get to money will just not be an issue anymore. It's always the case. You end up swimming in the money, while power is always an issue, always something you need more of. Let me take a look at where we're at on the crown lands. So we're currently only sitting at 40, almost 45%, but we could technically give another one of these rights out, like to the clergy, and they don't have hardly any influence at the moment, so you just don't get as good of a modifier. So yeah, I could do that. We still need to build this church as well, so I need to get that done, boost their opinion by more. But yeah, we could go ahead and give up the crown lands here in order to get that admin power. Yeah, I think we are going to do that. So let's do the religious state, so we'll get the extra admin power. Now there is one down here for the diplo power as well. I will eventually do it, but diplo power is just not as important. And so I don't think we're going to do that anytime soon, guys. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that one. We got the two main ones that I wanted to get here. And so now our goal will be increasing the crown lands. That's what we're going to be working on. So still need to build that church. Yeah, we're getting that one extra admin power, so that's pretty helpful. Let me take a look at our advisors as well and see if there's anything we might want to change up or do here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do without the money. How much are we earning per month? Yeah, I could boost these guys. The ones that are of our religion and culture anyway. So this is another event that happens frequently that gives you claims. It's another reason why you don't really need to have the ability to form the claims, as you know the mod removes. And so yeah, this would give us the ability to declare war on Savoy. You only get it for 3 years, of course. We're going to press the issue even though we're probably not going to use it. I do want to go and get this war started though on Brittany. I suppose you could declare war on Savoy instead. Let me just take a look and see who all this would involve. Like, who all are they allied with? They're not really allied with anybody powerful. So this would be a quicker conflict, where the Brittany one, you gotta fight England. Yeah, I guess we can go and declare war on them. Just take this one territory real quick. Gotta wait until we get the CV. And also we got the ability to get the next admin tech, so let's go ahead and do so. We do have that neighbor bonus. And we'll be ahead of time, so we'll get the 20% production efficiency, and where 5% production efficiency isn't much, 20% is pretty helpful. This also allows us to get the next idea group. And I'm thinking, well, we could go with the exploration, so we could start colonizing. So if we wanted to go for a little bit earlier colonial game, that would be an option. Not going to do another military one. You know, we've already done one already, so it'd make more sense to do it either the Diplotech, which would be exploration if we were going to go down here, or we could do an admin one. That would make sense as well, and there's a lot of good choices here. You know, let's go for a little bit earlier colonial game than France typically does. Yeah, why not? We'll go for the exploration. Now that does mean we're going to have to change up our national focus. We got to set the military, and we're just not earning very much diplomatic power, so we're going to need to switch this over. That gives us 8. So basically probably should get somebody else here at level 2. It's kind of a crappy guy though. Can we increase this guy? No, we cannot. He's not one of our promoted cultures, but we could turn that into a promoted culture, and then we'll be able to boost him. You know what, let's go ahead and do it. And I know that that's going to spend our diplomatic power, which we obviously need to be able to start these ideas here, but I think it'd be worth it to go ahead and boost it so we can boost that that specific advisor. Yeah, why not? I wanted to do it anyways. So we'll do that, and then now we'll be able to boost him. Let me just see how we're doing. We're doing all right. I was going to increase the admin guy up to level 4, but yeah, let's just increase this guy to level 2 instead. All right, excellent. So that'll get us up to 9. And fortunately, that is the money I was going to use to continue building up this army. But yeah, let's go and get the army in place. As far as how far we got, 2.59%. It does take a long time to get it done. But we are getting the drill up for the units here. Yeah, let's go and stop drilling and go ahead and move our troops over here. Does Savoy have any ships? I guess we can take a look. Well, I guess it doesn't show the ships in here. It only shows the actual armies that would be fighting. So I have to look at them here and see just how many ships they have. They have 8 ships. Okay. There's no sieges up on the coast, though. They have 8 ships as well. Just trying to figure out whether we want to unmothball the fleet here. I guess we will. Let's take them off. We'll pay for them. Alright, so we got an event in times of need. This event you'll often get from foreign marriages if their spouse... I don't think it'll actually show us anything on here. No, it doesn't. Yeah, we can't see their spouse, their consort. But if their spouse is from your dynasty, from your family, so they got them from the royal marriage. So in the case of King James here, King James Stuart of Scotland, as far as which James that is James II. So his wife is a member of our dynasty, and so we can kind of take advantage of that to ask them for some type of bonus. Now, if you decide not to take any of these, you can just get some prestige, which is going to be very helpful, because these, of course, can just be refused, and they don't want to give you anything. But yeah, you could get some money, some admin power, diplo power, or military power. Or just go for the prestige, which you know you're going to get. We could use more diplo power, since we now just took that idea group. I think we just might take the prestige for me to make up for that mistake I made. Yeah, we'll just take the prestige, guys, and boost that. Get back up to 41 here, since prestige has some very nice effects. All right, so let's go ahead and have these armies stop drilling and move on over here. They're paying for this unnecessarily. We have those troops nearby. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and declare war on Savoy next. This should be a pretty easy conflict because I don't really have any strong allies from what I've seen. How many slots do we have left? We're well over it, aren't we? I didn't realize we were over by so much. I think we weren't. I think we were getting a bonus from somewhere, and we're no longer getting that bonus. So now we're well over here. So that's unfortunate. Could end the alliance with the Papal States. If they don't support me in this conflict, I'm almost considering doing so. They are going to support us. Because yeah, they're not helping in any ways. Yeah, I guess we'll pull them into the conflict. Use our favors. So yeah, when we declare war, we'll pull Papal States in so that we get something out of this alliance. But yeah, maybe ending the alliance would be worth it. Though, it does help us avoid getting excommunicated. Alright, so this is going to be a conflict against Savoy and their allies. We're just going to get this one little province here. That's all we have a claim to. I suppose we'll probably take a little bit more than that. So we'll take these, and then after that, if war exhaustion is too high, we'll go to war at Brittany. But that'll be next episode. We'll do this conflict here. Troops are pretty much already ready. Though it looks like we are over the supply limit here. There might not be anywhere we can sit. We can sit down there, so I should have brought these troops over here. Let's kind of switch these up a little bit. Move them to different locations here. There we go, beautiful. Alright, so you just need to let it go another month, but yeah, there's no reason why we can't declare war now. I know we don't have the fleet ready, but that's fine. We don't need to wait on them. So yeah, that's going to be for this province here. We're going to call in the Papal States. And we'll have to fight them and their allies. But yeah, we only had the claim for so long. So if we wanted to use that, we had it till 1505, of course. But yeah, why not expand here? Now, I know they're not our rivals anymore. You know, we eclipsed them. I did want to remove Castile, and I never did that once we were at peace. So still got to do that. So maybe we'll do that after this war is over, since we can't change rivals while at war. So we have these 2 forts that we're going to have to take. And I guess we'll be fighting this war next episode. I did want to get it started, though. So yeah, we'll fight this war. Should be fairly easy, fairly quick. We got the Papal States coming over here to fight Florence. Didn't need to pull them in, but, you know, might as well use the alliance since I doubt they're going to help against Brittany. I assume they won't help us out there at all. And then once we get the fleet ready, we'll kind of patrol around the Mediterranean, get their ships sunk. But yeah, the key here is just going to be taking these provinces over. Maybe we can get something else out of this as well. Like, for instance, we might be able to vassalize Florence. That's a possibility. I don't think we have any aggressive expansion, or if we do, it's really low. Yeah, it's not too bad. -13 with the Pope. That's a good measurement for us to see where aggressive expansion is. With the Austrians, we've got 16. So yeah, we could go ahead and get Florence out of this as well. Make them into a vassal, since we have a vassal here in Lucca. Just increase our power here in Italy. Now there was another state, I think it was Mantua. I know there's another one here in Italy. We're at war with them as well. So could vassalize them, and that would be cheaper. Could vassalize them both if we really wanted to spike the aggressive expansion up a bit. And that would drastically increase our power here in Italy. So yeah, we'll see what we can do here, guys. But basically, this is a continuation of the Italian Wars. I don't know if we'll get the modifier for it, because we're not actually going after Naples here. And Naples got weaker. They lost territory to Castile. So let me know what you guys think about using the consul for this, because this was really stupid. They're at war with Castile again after just losing that province too. I wonder what happened there. And they're trying to conquer this province now. So yeah, they're currently losing territory. So Spain is about to take over all southern Italy, which is yeah, this is a real shame that they're losing territory now. This is our territory. That wouldn't have happened if we hadn't lost them. So there might not be a Naples anymore. Yeah, I'm just really frustrated with it. Let me know what you guys think. It's clearly cheating, you know, using a consul to force them back into a personal union with you. And it wasn't a bug, which is typically the case. You know, we wouldn't use the consul unless it was a bug. But yeah, I thought the whole mechanic was just really, really dumb. And of course, we can't declare war on them until 87. Could declare war on them for the Union, I suppose, and fight that all over again. They don't have as many allies this time, so it would be an easier conflict. Yeah, we could just do it that way as well. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I just don't want to have to fight the war again, but you know, for the same thing. And then everything that we did in that war, all that time we spent, was for nothing, and it just doesn't make any sense. Even if it does work with the game mechanics, that's how the game mechanics work. But yeah, I just think it's silly. Let me know what you guys are thinking when it comes to Naples. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.